Ever wondered why some people squint, read road signs, while others hold books at arm's length? You've probably heard the words myopia or hyperopia, also called nearsightedness and farsightedness. But what do they actually mean? These are two of the most common vision problems, known as refractive errors. Another one you might have heard of is astigmatism. I'll cover that in a separate video. Today we are focusing on myopia and hyperopia. To understand these vision issues, let's first look at how a normal eye works. The eye is a complex organ, but we'll keep it simple. There are three key parts we need to focus on: the cornea, the lens, and the retina. The cornea is the clear front surface of the eye. Its main job is to bend or refract light that enters the eye. Surprisingly, it does most of the focusing work, even more than the lens. The lens, which sits just behind the pupil, fine-tunes the focus, making sure that light lands on the right spot. And that spot is the retina, the light-sensitive layer at the back of the eye. Think of the retina like the film in an old camera or the sensor in your phone's camera. That's where the final image is formed before it's sent to your brain. So light bounces off whatever we are looking at. It enters the eye, bends through the cornea, passes through the lens, and ideally lands sharply on the retina. In a healthy eye, all of this happens in perfect sync. Now let's talk about myopia. What is it? Myopia is when someone can see nearby objects clearly, but distant objects appear blurry. That's why it's called nearsightedness. What causes it? It usually happens because the eyeball is too long or the cornea is too curved. This means the light focuses in front of the retina instead of on the retina, causing a blurry image. Sometimes, even the lens can be too powerful. Other times, eye diseases can cause secondary myopia. How is myopia managed? The most common solution is wearing minus-powered lenses, either in glasses or contact lenses. These lenses push the focus backward onto the retina so you see clearly. In some cases, doctors may recommend eye drops, lifestyle changes, or specialized contact lenses to slow down myopia progression. If it's caused by disease, managing the underlying condition becomes the priority. I'll make a more detailed video about myopia soon. There is a lot to unpack. Next, let's touch on hyperopia. Hyperopia is also called farsightedness, hypermetropia, or long-sightedness. This one is a bit sneakier. It's the opposite of myopia, but the symptoms are not always obvious. What's happening in the eye? So in hyperopia, the eyeball is too short or the focusing power is too weak. This causes light to focus behind the retina instead of on the retina. That makes both near and sometimes distant vision blurry. But here is the twist. People with mild hyperopia may actually see clearly, especially when they are young, because their eyes can work harder to compensate. But that extra effort often leads to headaches, especially around the forehead or above the eyebrows, eye fatigue, sleepiness after reading or using a screen, light sensitivity, and sometimes blurry vision at both distance and near. The symptoms depend on age and how much hyperopia a person has. How is it managed? We use plus-powered lenses, again in glass or contact lenses. These help the eye focus light properly onto the retina, but managing hyperopia isn't always straightforward. That's why it's important to get checked by an optometrist who can tailor the treatment to your eyes. These vision issues don't just affect how clearly you see. If ignored, they can increase your risk of serious problems like retinal detachment or glaucoma, which can lead to permanent vision loss. That's why routine eye exams are so important, even if you feel like your vision is fine. I'll be diving deeper into each of these topics in future videos, including a full one on astigmatism, so make sure to subscribe and don't miss out.